I mean, we took the company from like 300 grand in revenue to like 12 million in a year.
That's amazing, dude. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody, it's Jeanette, and I'm here to spend some time with my good friend, Bobby Hicks. How you doing, Bobby?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing great. So Bobby is the MFer, we'll say that to keep it clean.
Okay.
He's the king of YouTube, basically. He lives out in Lexington. I've spent plenty of time with him out there. Have watched his work and watched his company grow into this amazing thing. They are, when I say the kings, I mean they are the kings when it comes to YouTube traffic and how to monetize it. And so, Bobby, you're living out in Lex right now. You're near Hubert, right?
I'm really close to you, but yeah, me and Jason, my business partner, we both live in Lexington, and we got an office here. All of our employees are here, and it's been great.
Let's talk a little bit about what the Titans do. So I kind of want to take people that are listening back to how you guys got started in traffic. You and Jason, just take us back to the beginning of how you say, I'm going to go create this business and I'm going to sell some YouTube traffic to anybody and their mother.
Right. Okay. Well, Jason, I met Jason when I was 16 years old. He's about 10 years older than me. I met him at a local film festival in Somerset, Kentucky, which is where we're from. And they had like a little 48-hour film festival where you had 48 hours to make a film, a short film. I was put on Jason's team, and Jason, I guess, had graduated college and then moved to New York, lived in New York for 4 or 5 years, and then came back to Kentucky, and he knew all this video production experience, and I kind of latched on to him and just tried to learn as much as I could about video production and video editing. And he taught me everything I knew about video production, video editing. And that's kind of where Jason and I's background is, because we both wanted to be filmmakers. I actually got the really amazing opportunity to start doing local TV commercials. And there was didn't know about this at the time, but there was a company called Via Media that would produce all these like local TV commercials for cable and broadcast television. And they started contracting us to do it because they didn't have enough help to do it. And then we'd start meeting with these clients, and they'd want even higher level production values than what they were getting. And so we would start doing videos for them. And eventually, when TV ads started taking the decline, right, I think people were making the shift to social media, and we had this YouTube experience. And so we started learning a lot more about direct response marketing and started running ads on YouTube. Now, before that, kind of somewhere in that stage before us going from TV to YouTube, we started, Jason and I both had a local digital marketing agency for like local businesses, right? And we were doing everything for everybody. We were doing web design.
Whatever anybody would pay.
Hey,
they were going to pay,
yes,
you're like, we can do that. Then you go in the hole and figure it out.
Exactly, yeah. And so we would do that. And the thing is you get too bottlenecked because you can't really focus on any one thing.
I hear you.
And because you're doing a little bit of SEO, and then you're doing some YouTube ads here, then you're doing some Facebook ads, and you're just overwhelmed, and you basically become a slave to it. And Jason and I kind of took a break on our partnership at that point, and he went on to do some stuff, and then I went on to do some stuff. And then a couple years ago, I think at the beginning of 2019, Jason's like, hey, do you want to partner back up, right? I said, okay, bro, we got to focus on one thing. Okay, let's focus on what do we know best? Video ads, right? We know how to write copy. We know how to write scripts. We know how to, create video ads. Let's focus on that. And then I said, who are your best clients right now? And he's like, well, financial publishers. Okay, for right now, let's focus on financial publishers, right? Let's focus on that. And let's focus on YouTube. Let's not do anything else. Let's get really good at that. Let's build systems and processes that will allow us to scale those businesses and put all of our momentum into that. And Jason, you're familiar with EOS?
Yeah.
So he's the integrator, he's the visionary. I'm the integrator, right? I like to say, like, he's the brains and I'm the body, right? Like, without the body, you wouldn't be able to do anything, right?
That's
And
right.
without the brain, you wouldn't be able to do anything. So we need each other to be
Yeah,
able
look,
to
I
make.
understand that. Like if you find the
Yeah,
right partner or partners in an
yeah,
industry and you are synergistic and it all clicks.
100%. And we get along very well and we thrive, right? And so um, once I came on board, I mean, we took the company from like 300 grand in revenue to like 12 million in a year.
That's amazing, dude. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Congratulations.
yeah. And it just comes down to just really just, building a business that allows you to scale and getting really good at what you do and just put, core focus. I would say there's always two things that people need to be really successful. It's discipline and focus. And I think focus is the number one thing that people need to, because people get shiny object syndrome. They bounce around, they try to get all these new ideas. They'll just get really good at one thing, do that one thing really well.
Yeah.
And then once you do that, then once you've mastered that and you've built systems around that, then you can start expanding, right?
Yeah.
But like I said early on, like I learned all this from all the mistakes that I made in my previous business, was like saying yes to everything. And then I couldn't do anything or scale anything because every business I was working with was so unique and so different. So I was like, hey, look, if I'm working with financial publishers, okay, if I fix one problem for them, then I fix all the problems for them, right?
Right. That's right.
Yeah.
Look, when we started out, that's what I was saying yes to everybody and everything. And then once we got our systems and our processes in place, if someone came and said, hey, I need help with my affiliate marketing, or I need help building a converting webinar, or I need whatever they need that we were good at, I would say, well, this is the model we're going to use. And they would say, but I've got these other tools over here. And I'm like, no, I'm no longer going to bend to what your needs are. You're telling me you want me to help you, and I'm going to tell you how I'm going to help you, instead of you telling me what those processes are. Like if somebody came to you and said, hey, I really want you to, help me run Facebook, you would say, well, I'm really good at YouTube, so why don't we start there?
Right, 100%. Yeah. It'd be a great disservice for them, because I wouldn't be able to give them the attention that they needed, and they wouldn't be able to build off all my experience to be able to get the results that we've been able to get for our clients. So,
So I want to touch base here real quick. I saw, I guess it's been probably a while back. I don't know if we've talked about this or not, but the video, when I talk about you being the king of YouTube, the video that y'all put together talking about how you won the ad skills contest that Justin Brooks ran, that thing is hilarious. I was like, oh my God, these dudes are insane. And what really, really like stuck home with me with that whole contest that he ran and you guys taking it, is that you did it in 2 days. And so let's talk about that for a second. So he runs this contest and he's trying to get this book out, the recipes book. And so you were going to get paid on X number of sales, and then you were going to get paid over that. And so y'all just went in a hole and cranked this promo out. And
so
take me back to that real quick.
What we did was Jason and I have a formula for writing ads I call the perfect ROI ads formula. And I used that to write the ad. We shot it in that day. We just shot it on our phone. There's an app called Big View that you can get on your phone. That's kind of like, it allows you to use the front facing camera. And then it has like a teleprompter here. And so we were like, had someone hold up the camera like this, and we're just reading from that teleprompter. And
fancy.
I mean, nothing, because speed. Now we've got like a green screen studio, and again, everyone's in the office, right? And so like when we shoot ads for our clients, like I'm not the best spokesperson, okay? But I can get on behind a camera. I can read from a green screen, and I can shoot an ad like that. And if we test some ads and we see, okay, this ad gets traction, okay, let's bring in another spokesperson, right? But like I'm telling you, in marketing and business, it rewards speed. And now, like if I get a script, I don't have to wait weeks for a guru to do something. I just pop into the studio, shoot it in like 5 minutes, and then get it edited and then deploy that same day. So anyways, that's what we did. We shot it in like 5 minutes after writing it using the perfect R ads formula. And then we edited it, just slapped on some graphics, slapped on a CTA at the end. And then while we were doing that, our media buyer started building out all the campaigns. One of our media buyers, Andrews, started building out all these campaigns. And then we just gave him the creative, and then he deployed the campaigns, right? And that first day, we didn't know really what to expect. We got a fair amount of clicks And the CTR was good, but we didn't get a single conversion. Like, oh my God, like what's going on? Like none of this stuff makes sense, right? And then Jason's like, man, let me look back and like see, like, okay, I don't think that we're giving people enough reason to actually buy now. So we're using like some fake scarcity. We're saying, hey, look, these are only available for a limited time only while supplies last, which is bullshit. And
Yeah.
we're giving this
Like,
to different
here's a
marketers,
video
right?
of the all we have over here on the floor. It's 12 left. Okay, go.
Yeah, I mean that's essentially what we did. And so Jason's like, look, so he's like, look, Justin, this book is not being printed by
A publisher.
Amazon. It's not being printed. It's not being printed on demand by Amazon. Justin printed off 1,000 of these copies, limited batch. Once they're gone, they're gone.
Right.
So now it's like, oh, look, that's real. That's real scarcity, right?
Yep.
And then we give people an actual reason, like why he's giving it away for free, right? Because there's no such thing as a free lunch. So we told people, look, he's giving to you this for free. Like, look, there's value in this. We have used this ourselves to help us, go from 300,000 to 12 million revenue in a year, right? And lease a new swanky office. In fact, we bought an office building after that year. And I was like, but we've done this, right? We've used these same tactics. Why is he giving this away for free? Because he knows that if he gives you this value up front and you get some wins like we had, you're going to be an ad skills
Raving fan forever.
Yeah, raving fan for life, right? Yeah. That's why he's giving it to you. So, if you want it, great. And if you don't, whatever. But here's the value. We changed the copy. We reshot the ad. Again, 5-minute ad. If you look at the original ads, they suck. And then we deployed it. And then the next day, like I wake up and like the first thing I do is like I check, I was really like, okay, let's see how this campaign did. We got like 96 conversions. And I was like, oh my God, like 96 conversions, like overnight, right?
From 0 to 96.
To 96,
yeah.
Just by making the change in a copy, right? And I went to go brush my teeth, and then I checked my phone again, and I got a Slack, hey, we won the contest, right? And we done it in 2 days. Like, and the funny thing was, after I posted this that case study review, one of Justin's employees, I think his name's Andrew, reached out to me. He's like, bro, you actually started 4 days late, right? So you gave everyone a 4-day head start, and you still won it in 2 days to launch the campaign. I didn't even realize that.
That's the power of looking at it and saying, what are we missing? Like, what is this missing? And then that becomes part of your formula, right? You'll never do it the way you did it the first time. You'll always do it the way you did it the second time, because that's what worked.
The thing that we learned about that is, and really just YouTube traffic in general, is copy is king. Like, copy is king. And using these persuasion techniques and just being real and being very specific in your copy, really finding out what those problem areas are, agitating the problem, providing them a solution.
Yep.
All these little things, like the more dialed in you can be, the more specific you can be, and the more you can relate to your customer, like the better your ads are going to perform.
Let's talk about that. Let's take that down another path, because like for us, with at Trade Thirsty and at Woodford Wealth, the companies that we own, it's like whenever I'm going and trying to work with an agency and buy traffic, and I show them our content, I show them our funnel, and then they let me write big checks. And then I'm asking them, hey, what do you think about this? And a lot of times they, I feel like they're not really giving me the guidance that I need. And then when we don't convert, then I go back in the hole, just like y'all did. I go back in the hole and try to figure out what went wrong, how to change the message. Was it the page? Was it the content? It's almost always going to be the content, right? It's always going to be the copy. But so when people are coming to you, and I personally need the answer to this. I need the answer to this. Okay. People come to you and they want to buy, they say, okay, I want to do a $10,000 spend. You guys, I want you to go build me a campaign. What would you say is the most common mistake that they're making with wanting to buy traffic? Somebody just shows up at your door and says, here's $10,000. What are the mistakes there? The number one mistake, the biggest mistake?
Well, first of all, I think the mistake that most people make is that they're looking for that silver bullet, right? And they're looking for someone to come in, wave a magic wand, and just make their company profitable, right? Yep. And the thing is there's no silver bullet, There's no silver bullet. You have to be good at a lot of different things, and then you have to execute all those things, really well at the same time.
What would you say when people are coming to you and they want to do an ad spend, or really, let's not even say YouTube, let's say any ad spend anywhere? What would you say are like 3 things they have got to have in place before they show up to the door with a check?
Well, first of all, you need a good product. Like you need a good product. If you have a terrible offer, terrible product, like you can't scale it, right? So you need a good product that actually does what you say it's going to do, and actually helps people, achieve their desired results. So that's the first and foremost thing that you need to have. The second thing is you're going to need a copywriter, right, who can help articulate why your product is good and why people need it, right, and how it's going to help them. Identify the problem, agitate the problem, provide a solution, right? You're going to need a copywriter who can help you sell this product. And then the third thing is you need a funnel in place to help you attract leads and get customers, right? And whether it's you generate leads and you sell a tripwire and then you send people to a phone team, like you have to have that funnel already in place. And what I like to see people do is be running traffic in that funnel and have a viable funnel that's already working, right? And it's already generating leads, converting those leads, and then scaling those leads. So that's what we look for. And if you've got that, then we're the gasoline, right? And so a lot of times, what was it? I think 95% of businesses fail from the first year, and the reason why is either A, they don't have enough business, or B, they get too much business and they can't fulfill it, right?
Right.
And so you have to be able to fulfill that. And so if we come in and we're the gasoline and we're pouring gasoline, on your business, you got to be able to fulfill that. And so
with traffic being like such a roller coaster, like, there's emotions you have to go on, right? You're writing that check, you're concerned, then you don't see things happening. But for you as the agency, you're out there, you're taking people's money and you're spending it. What does failure look like for you in a campaign for a client? And then how do you pivot? Does it literally become, it's conversion, obviously, right? If it's not converting, that's failure. But then how do you pivot away from that? Do you put it back to them, or do you you have a way that you guide them through how to fix it?
One of the things that we do on our end is we continuously try to insert new creatives, right? And so you might have 4, 5, 6 ads that are just bombing, and you think, oh man, this offer sucks, it's bombing, the traffic sucks. And then that 6th ad, 7th ad, all of a sudden it's like, holy shit, it resonates with the audience, you start scaling it.
Yeah.
Ty Lopez? Ty Lopez? I'm sure.
Yeah. Everybody knows Ty, right?
Ty Lopez, I think he did I don't know if this is true or not, but I think he did 60 something ads, right? And they all did okay. But then when he did that ad, look, I'm here in my garage, these are my Lamborghinis, right? You've seen that ad?
Yeah.
Go around Beverly Hills. But the thing I'm most proud of is and then he showed his bookshelf, right?
Yep.
That ad just killed it, right? But he's selling the same product, right?
Right.
So you have to continuously introduce new creative, new angles. I say there's 3 dials. There's, one of the things when you're buying traffic, what do I have control over? I have control over the creative, or the ad. I have control over the landing page, and I have control over the traffic. And so I'm just constantly trying to adjust those dials, right?
Right. Bobby, I have to ask you this, going into 2022, what do you see as the biggest opportunity for marketers? Because there's so many platforms now, right? Not just Facebook and YouTube, but now, Instagram has come hard on the scene in the past 2 years. TikTok hard on the scene in the past 12 months. What do you see is going to still be the best opportunity for people when they're trying to spend money on ads in 2022?
Well, I firmly believe it's going to be YouTube. I think it's going to be YouTube for a long time. And the reason, there's many reasons. First of all, it's way easier to run traffic on YouTube than it is Facebook, because they're not as strict in terms of their compliance and all these community guidelines and stuff that Facebook will just cut off ads,
shut you down
like that, right? So you're not seeing that with YouTube, right? They're a lot more flexible. The great thing too about YouTube, like I said, with Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all those other platforms, those are just time wasters. you're on TikTok, you're on Instagram while you're waiting, in line at the grocery store. Whereas YouTube, you're there to consume content. It's the second largest search engine next to Google, right? And so there, people are certainly have problems. So, the little upside down triangle, like it's like a completely unaware, then problem aware, solution aware, right? These people, they're problem aware, right? So it's a lot less cold than it is on Facebook and Instagram and all these other platforms, because they're searching for solutions to their problems, right?
Right.
So you're getting warmer leads in that case, but also when people go to YouTube, it's there, the videos are longer format, so they're there to engage more and watch longer format videos. So if they're watching longer videos, that means they're going to be more engaged, and they're going to have they're going to be able to build a better relationship with you, right? I went to a conference one time with Ty Lopez. I like Ty Lopez. He says that whenever you talk to a girl, he says it takes 5 to 7 hours, right, for them to make a decision of whether or not they want to sleep with you, right? And he's like, now you can do now. He's like, if that's your goal as a guy, which I would say is most times it is. He's like, look, you can do 2 or 3 hour, you can spread it out over 2-hour dates, right? And then on the third date, you close the deal, or you can do all of that in one day. If you ever look at Ty Lopez's content, I mean, when he runs ads, like he basically runs webinars as ads, right? And again, he's trying to spend as much time with them as possible, keep them engaged as possible.
He's trying to get laid.
Well, yeah, it's the psychology is the same, right? Spend as much time as possible, move them up the bridge, as quickly as you can, just by spending more time. So you build a better relationship with them. And so because people are on YouTube, they're watching longer format videos, and you can build a relationship with them a lot easier, and they want to buy from you, and the thing too is, like, once they follow you, Patrick Bet-David, you saw I went to that Patrick Bet-David conference, right? Yeah. I've not bought anything from Patrick Bet-David. I've been following him for years, and then he listed a conference. I went and dropped like $30,000 at the conference because I bought this CEO package, or I bought like the founders package, and then I upgraded it, and then I went to a house party, and because I built that trust and rapport with him already. So that's a real benefit with YouTube as well. You should be building an audience there in addition to running traffic there.
Right. All right. So before I let you go, Bobby, this has been great, and I've learned a lot, and I cannot wait to see you in Vegas on stage and the heat you're going to bring, what you're going to teach people. So let's talk about that for a second. What are you going to be talking about at Attract, Convert, and Scale in Vegas this November?
We're going to give you guys a unique strategy on how you guys can subsidize and basically fill your funnel with high quality leads for free and actually get paid to do it. So you actually get paid to fill your funnel with high quality leads. So
I'll write that down. Get
you just have to come
fill your funnel with high quality leads.
Yeah, that's it. And so it's worked for us. I mean, we're deploying one of these campaigns right now. We're making money. It's great. And you're gonna have to come to ACS if you want to learn more about that.
All right. Well, I appreciate your time, Bobby, and I'm excited to see you and Jason in Vegas in just a couple of weeks. Let's do something bigger. Let's put a bunch of people in the financial industry in a room together, and let's try to make some money together, right? Let's walk away with one great idea today.